I put it up on that high shelf with her other deceased properties. This rain system we've been having coming at us the last day and a half, we are essentially in the eye of the storm and have been for most of it. Now, the center that we're in is about 100 miles diameter. To the east of us is the big part, but it's rotating around us, and we are relatively high and dry. There's a little bit of mist going on. The forecast is for it to intensify for us as the afternoon wears on. But their intensifying that they've predicted for the last 24 hours hasn't come to be. We did have about 1/3 of an inch of rain overnight. But the 1.5 to 2 inches is not happening here. Oh, I wondered why this was down. That's why. And you can see his path through there. Her. Well, this is the verge edge path. That's Otter Pond right there. Used to have this open to walk. I'd even mow it once a summer anyway. Don't try to mow it once you get into June or mid-June because it's impossible. This chute in the winter, this is supposed to tighten it for whatever angle you want, and this doesn't tighten at all. I mean, it tightens a little bit. It's one of those things I was going to take a look at and fix in the summer. Add a washer to it? Not sure. Yeah, it needs a washer, at least. Or maybe one between and one out here. See what I can find. think that helped. But it should be 10 degrees above zero to make sure. This is my original toolbox from 40 years ago. Bought it in 1980. I don't ever use it anymore, but it is and was a repository for everything you don't need. Huh. I didn't know I had that. The instant I close it. Oh, that's where that went. Yeah. Oh, and there's where that went. A gasket. Oh my gosh, this is the one I lost and I couldn't find it in 1983. And its brother. Well, I will use this washer. It's not tightening it even any further. Well, I really don't know what to do for it. I thought this would certainly fix the problem. No, it's not reaching the end of the threads. Oh yeah, that is the ticket. Good. Problem solved. Probably. Until it gets to be zero. It is a different landscape down here. I am looking for birch trees for firewood, and look at this. This is a bonanza. And they're all healthy. And they all got a lean. Oh, this one is leaning right toward, well, it's leaning right toward that. But so what? All right. It's going to look a lot different in here in a month. Especially out there. Man. The power company comes in about every 5 years with a crew, and they come in here with a bobcat with a mower on it and take all of this out, all these little popples. Well, in 5 years they're going to be 20 feet tall. I need a place to sit other than the chair. To sit on this side of the pond. That's solid. Huh. Oh, looky, oh my gosh. It's like it's made for a skinny butt. Out of nowhere. It's a wraith. You're having a fun time, aren't you? Oh my gosh, she's been running absolute flat out half an hour now out here. We walked out to the end of the loop trail, and she has been going and going and going and flushed 4 partridges. She didn't catch any of them. Thankfully, I've been trying to think, how do I train her not to hunt? To knock that out of her. And the only real solution I can come up with is using the shock collar. It sure as hell worked to train her to come when I whistle. A solid, real success. Thank you to the shock collar. And it was a shock. 2 or 3 times I had to shock her. And the 3rd time was when she finally got the message. This was about 2 weeks apart from the first to the last. And if I did use the shock collar, I'd have to put it on her every morning, charged during the night, put it on her, take the remote with me, and wherever we go. And with her hunting fever, it wouldn't take very long before, when we're out somewhere, she would take off into the woods to go hunt. She's on the scent of something, and I would have to beep her, telling her, no, you're not going to do that. You can't do that here. You can't do it anywhere. It's not part of your DNA anymore. If the shock collar could zap the DNA out of her, it would be a long process, because her hunting instinct is totally in her viscera. It's part of her, like the eye color is part of ours. I don't know, it's her eye color. Yeah, she's got brown eyes. And then, is that a project that I really want to try to break her of? Is it that important to me? Well, yeah, you know, it is. When she killed that chipmunk yesterday, I guess I haven't told you about that. I've been vacillating back and forth. Do I really want to reveal her ongoing killing spree? I'm embarrassed about it, ashamed of it. Not of her. Just this promise I made when I moved out here. This is a no-kill zone. Well, get a dog like Insley out here and you got to accept it. Don't have to encourage it, but like the chipmunk and the mouse. She caught a mouse and a chipmunk within 10 minutes of each other yesterday. Do I just accept it as doing business of living on the bog, surrounded by grouse and chipmunks? And you know, I haven't seen many chipmunks out here this year, or really any year. They've been few and far between. And the one she killed yesterday was not a full-grown chipmunk. After a couple, 2 or 3 years, it's just going to be empty land, empty woods, no wildlife, no animals, birds, whatever out here. Either she's killed them all or driven them off. Oh, what do I do? And if I was to try and train her out of hunting, I would have to follow through with it 100%. That's more like it. Inch of rain this morning. Came in a torrent. Rained like hell for about 45 minutes. Rain lasted altogether about 3 hours. And here we are. It's quite astonishing how stuff accumulates in here. Deer bone rib. Let's take it away from Insley. Oh God. May sometime she came back with this. Clamps, of course. 20-foot leash, which I had in here for back in May. Length of rope, I have no idea why this is in here. Carabiner. A 3-point leash for the boys. And oil checking paper towels for the ATV, which I discovered it was leaking oil, not out of the head. But I've been checking it and it doesn't seem to be, the level isn't going down, so not to worry. And then what do? I throw this back in here because why? Tradition. A few dead leaves in here too. The wheelbarrow is full of wood and rainwater. Got a ½ an inch or so a week ago. I'm not concerned about it. Moistening the wood. I emptied it partially as far as I could lift the wheelbarrow without all the wood falling out. And now we've got today's 1 inch of rain in there. It's about that far from the top of the wheelbarrow. See, the birch that I split up, it can sit in the woodshed for a month, and it's down below 18% moisture content. And the wood that's in there now is going to be the very last wood to burn this winter. So that'll be March, April, hopefully. It'll be plenty dry. All right. What time is it? 20 to 5. Oh, geez. The drone took over to the field, wanted to video the strip that Dennis and his son planted deer crop of. I wanted to drone it. There's not much wind at all. Perfect day for it. And the drone battery has a memory. It's lithium. And if it sits for, I don't know what the time is, 2, 3, 4 weeks, it discharges itself on purpose down to half as a safety precaution. Lithium batteries can be very volatile, catch on fire unexpectedly. So I've been watching it. I've been checking it just so it's going to always be ready. If I come out and I want a drone for some reason, it'll be ready. I won't put it in the drone and find that it's only got half power. So I've been watching it. Every week or two I will plug the charger into it. If nothing happens, if no lights come on, okay, it hasn't discharged itself yet. So I checked it a few days ago. It's fine. Checked it yesterday. No lights came on. Okay, good. So I knew the battery was charged when I went over. Put it in the drone, turned it on. Level came up to half. What the hell? Did it just overnight decide, oh, it's time to discharge? So I was successful. I got the drone up and I got some footage and some stills. Came back here and brought it in because I want to fly over the peninsula, out over the ATV loop trail. This time of year it can be beautiful. Plugged it into the charger, no lights came on. What? Oh, I'll bet you. Lifted the charger up. There's a cord. It's unplugged. No wonder the lights wouldn't come on.